Hey man, Zach here, the Revolting Man. Just a quick note, I originally, to open this video, had filmed a parody of Matt from Demolition Ranch doing one of his dual personality talking to themselves things. It was hysterical. I loved it. I somehow didn't actually record it when I performed it, and now I've got to try to get this video uploaded before sundown on the Sabbath. So what I want you to do is imagine in your minds, deep breath, a really funny opening. In the style of Demolition Ranch. And with that in your mind, here we go with Can a Mask Stop a 50 Cal? Hey, you beautiful YouTubers, welcome back to the Revolting Rants. I am Matt, the Revolting Man, and we're down here at our special range today, on our special secret range on the Revolting Ranch. And we've been hearing a lot about, hold on a second though, it's been almost 10 seconds, and we need a quick camera change. Okay, is your attention span recaptured? We've been hearing a lot recently about how protective masks are, how they can save the world. They're the most powerful shield in the history of the universe. They can repel Skeletor, Cobra Commander. I'm dating myself now, aren't I? Which would be a very inexpensive way to date, by the way, dating yourself. Well, anyway, we're going to stop right there. That could get ugly. But masks are the most powerful prophylactic in the history of the world. So I thought, surely then it can stop a 50 cal, right? Oh, wait, time for a camera angle change. Then I remembered, maybe more of a change. Then I remembered, I don't have a 50 cal. So we're gonna have to make do with a 357. Oh, I was gonna use the other one. We have, by the way, since I've got you here, we have been lent the greatest homestead rifle of all time, a lever action 357 Magnum revolver. I need you all in the comment section to ask Sasquatch to let us keep it for a few more weeks. I'm supposed to take it back next weekend, and as usual, my time management skills meant I didn't get to make the videos with it I wanted. So everyone, all together now, 1, 2, 3, please, Mr. Sasquatch, let Zach keep the rifle a few more weeks. That's not asking a lot, is it? Okay, so today we're going to test just how protective masks are. If we had a 50 cal, I'm sure they could stop a 50 cal, but we don't, so we're going to have to go with the 357. And here to help us today with our test of the greatest defensive structure, that which Hitler would not have been able to go around into Belgium. Let me try that again, because that didn't go as well as I'd hoped. That which Hitler would not have been able to go around into Belgium had the French possessed it in 1939. The mask, not even an N95 mask. You know, we don't even need N95 masks. Sometimes all we use our t-shirts pulled up over our face, and the Cylons will not attack us. As long as we have, I would assume that if Princess Jasmine went out in her harem outfit with her little see-through veil, she would in fact be protected from an invasion of, I've ran out of evil cartoon characters. Help me out here. We use Cobra Commander, we use Skeletor. Who were the Care Bears fighting? You know what? that's who these masked people think they are, the Care Bears. Anyway, so we have enlisted the help of Mr. Lunt, sticking with the cartoon character references, and he is going to model our mask for us while we stop to see. While we prove to you how incredibly effective masks are at protecting you from all manner of threats. Much like the Avatar, I believe masks can save the world. Oh, and I forgot to add that I was feeling bad about this just in case this was a defective mask. I mean, we know if the mask is good, Mr. Lund is going to be perfectly safe, but there's a chance it's a defective mask. But then when he showed up for today's shoot and I saw the mask he was wearing, I heart Hillary. Apparently it's a recycled mask, which means it might not be quite as, no, I'm kidding. We now know, in the past we thought you had to change masks to make them effective. We now know you can wear the same mask for weeks on end and you will not die of anything but Legionnaire's disease. That's a Rush Limbaugh reference for those of you who listen to Mr. Limbaugh. So Mr. Lunt has a recycled mask, and I was worried about him that possibly this was a defective mask, but when I saw that he was actually a Biden supporter, I realized it would be no great loss if, the mask was defective. All right, here we go. Okay, so we know that this mask is going to save Mr. Lunt's life. So here's what we intend to do. We're going to do a series of tests to see how long the mask will protect Mr. Lunt from all threats. We're going to start off with the pistol, and if he survives all 6 shots, then I'll reload with 6 more. I'm kind of expecting the mask to be able to protect him from all 12 shots. So I will reload with another speed loader of 6 for 18 shots. Now there's a good chance that this mask, because we all know how powerful they are, that this mask will protect Mr. Lunt. In which case we'll go get the rifle and we'll try again. And ultimately, if it survives all 9 shots out of the rifle, we'll resort to the tomahawk, because we of course all know that is also the most powerful weapon on earth. So if the most powerful weapon on earth comes up against the most powerful defense on earth, something's bound to give, right? Whoop. All right, here we go. Well, that's not right. Well, what did we learn? Well, I learned earplugs are far more effective if you put both of them in your ear and don't leave one of them behind your ear, which you would think I would have known because authorities have been telling us things like that for decades, and yet the authorities have told us that masks are capable of resisting an attack from the Death Star. We know this because they've told us so much that masks can protect you from anything. They will save the world. And what do we see here? I can see anything I want to because there is a 0.357 thousandths of an inch hole in this mask that it failed to stop. Who do you believe anymore? Who do you trust? Obviously we're having a little bit of fun with this mask thing. Yeah, I'm all about some freedom of choice. And if you want to wear a mask, that's fantastic. Wear that mask. Rock it, buddy. Put logos on it. If you want, I'll try to get some Revolting Man masks printed and you can wear those if you want to. This hysteria, this mass hysteria that's going around. Now, I cut Walmart out a long time ago. So when Walmart put on a mask ban, and I shouldn't say we cut them out. We've had to go, I bet in the last year we've been to Walmart maybe 5 times, which is a pretty good reduction. I bet prior to that we could have been in there. I would be embarrassed to know how much often we were in Walmart a week prior. But that wasn't a big deal. We cut them out of our lives. But when Home Depot announced a mandatory mask rule, that got me here. We're all supposed to support our local businesses and not go to those national big box chains. I live in Georgia. Home Depot's headquartered in Atlanta. It is local for us. That being said, today I went to Ace, the local Ace Hardware, to get earplugs and then didn't even remember to put the damn earplug in my ear. So that was $5 wasted. Anyway, that's my thing. If you want to wear a mask, fine, wear a mask. And vulnerable people should wear a mask. But now, I haven't checked this statistic in a couple weeks, so this may have changed. This may be an old statistic, but when I heard it, it blew my mind. I mean, it literally blew my mind. That to date, nationwide, to the date of when I heard the statistic several weeks ago, up to that point, the COVID nationwide had killed fewer people than the flu shot kills every year. But hear me again, not fewer than the flu kills, fewer than the flu shot kills. Think about that for just a minute. We are willing to accept a higher death rate from something that's supposed to protect us from the flu than we're willing to accept from this silly little virus that has last time I heard, it's like a 99.96%, or whatever it was. I'm not a you know, if you're looking for pinpoint accuracy, you shouldn't be watching this channel anyway. I never claimed that. Because I won't write scripts. I would write scripts if I would ever actually write them, but I won't actually write them, so I don't even pretend, and then I can't remember all this stuff when I get on camera, so I'll quit even trying to memorize it before I came on. My point being that for the first time in history, we're trying to protect healthy people from sick people. Well, no, I'm not saying that right. The point is, we know who this disease can hurt. It can't hurt most of us. You know, even the death rate they've got is so inflated. I mean, stupidly inflated. You know, people who are 105 years old are dying. You know, there's that guy, I mean, you might have even heard about a guy in Florida, died in a motorcycle accident, but he tested positive for COVID in the morgue, and so, you know, he got counted as a COVID death. All these comorbidities, people who were gonna die, and not that that's not tragic, not that that's not bad, but you know, why? But we've had a mass hysteria. It's a literal mass hysteria. It's like the War of the Worlds radio broadcast. You know, there's just no explanation for what's going on right now. People are freaking out. Healthy people, people who, you know what? There's a good chance they got the virus already. There's so many. Most of you, if you're watching this channel, you know all this stuff. You know, there's so many, you know, caveats and addendums and provisos in this stupid virus. You know, the testing might only be, you know, the testing might not be able to differentiate between different strains of the coronavirus. You know, some of these positives could be significant portions of them, apparently, according to some sources. Of course, who do you trust anymore? You know, there's always somebody to say, you think of a position, you'll find somebody who will take it, you know, defend it. But supposedly, some of these tests can't tell the difference between the novel, you know, the COVID-19 and COVID's 1 through 18. Yeah, some of these tests are tainted before they ever leave the manufacturer. So they've already got, you know, they're already going to test positive no matter what happens. I mean, just craziness. Y'all heard about, you know, all the false positives in Florida, and apparently there's a bunch of false positives everywhere else. It's just ridiculous. And you know, people are acting out of fear. People are acting out of not just fear, but cowardice. I mean, look, if you've got a reason to fear now, you know, if you've got one of these comorbidities, that's different. You should take care of yourself and look after your health. You should try to avoid the flu every year when it comes around. I'm not coming down hard on people who have something to worry about. It's the rest of us, healthy people, young people, for all apparent purpose, all apparent whatever hell, for all apparent whatever hell, smart people. I hope y'all didn't just hear that. I'm not going to cut it out if you did. Are literally shutting down the world's economy. The world's economy. It's just crazy, and the masks are just a symbol of it. They've become the leading example of this hysteria that you know, even if masks were effective, all the rest of this shit. You know what drives me crazy? I hate public education. I hate public education. And I find myself advocating for public schools to open back up. It's the most ridiculous thing. The world is completely twisted around. You know, the public education is where they started winning, is when they got a hold of public education. And here we are, the conservatives, demanding that our children go back to public schools. It is just, I mean, you know, you would laugh if you didn't want to cry. But there you go. It's just crazy. It's nuts. And I keep saying the same thing. And I wish I had a better, you know, a bow to wrap this thing up in. But at the end of the day, we're all going to be end up being forced to wear these masks. You will never convince me it's not about the election. You just won't. Yeah, you can try, but I wouldn't waste my time if I was you. I have decided it is about the election, and there's no way you'll convince me any different. But there you go. Try to stay sane in a world of sea of insanity. We are swimming in a sea of insanity trying to stay sane. And I don't know how we do it anymore, you know. Just bunker down or hunker down in our bunkers and wait for the foolishness to pass. But I don't know what to say. It's just insane, and that's all I can tell you. It's just insane. Men, oh no, I'm sorry, I'm supposed to do it this way. I like a lot of you pretty much, and we'll see you next time. No, I'm not good at that. I'm sorry. I can't do the fake over the top enthusiasm. Not that Matt from Demolition Ranch is fake, but he definitely does have a unique style. Men, we appreciate you. Thank you.
We love the precious. Yes, we love the precious. Sasquatches. The Sasquatches wants to take it from us. We hate Sasquatches. Nasty Sasquatches.